Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Speed Gaming fans. I'm WXFan21, joined by Takapa on comms. Takapa, thank you for joining me on the comms. I greatly appreciate it, considering if anyone was watching the weeklies earlier, yes, I'm still dealing with that stupid head cold. How are ya?
I'm good. Excited to be back in 2023.
In 20, I know, but apparently they're still working on the overlay. And KR is hanging out in chat. This is our last week one race for the 2024 Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament. And to Capper, why don't you tell us a little bit about these racers?
All right. On the left, we have Reed Whaley. He's a longtime member of the Prime Randomizer community. Actually participated in the 21 tourney. Went 2 and 3 with one no contest because him and his opponent could not figure out a time, but it didn't matter. It didn't affect the final standings. So the only draw in the history of Prime tournaments, as far as I'm aware. He's being mentored by Audraxis, who has participated, I believe, in 2023 and 2021. No, 2020. That was it. I think. I'm getting myself confused. 2019.
Oh, good.
No, that wasn't it either. Okay, I thought they participated in a previous. Anyway, doesn't matter. And on the right we have the so-called abetteruncle. I don't know which uncle they are better than. Certainly, probably not Uncle Reggie. And if
Fair.
that's what they're talking about, then I don't know what Reggie did to deserve that. But
If that's the case, I want the one-on-one between a better uncle and Uncle Reggie.
yeah, then we'll see who's really the better uncle.
Just make it for charity. But the race gate is down. Timers have started. We'll get these synced up here very, very shortly. Reed Whaley on the left, the better uncle on the right. We are joined by one traveler and Op82 on tracking.
Oh yeah, shout out to trackers. Always forget,
Here.
but
Oh,
couldn't
yes.
do our jobs without them.
Nope.
So.
The last two Prime Rando races I've actually done. I've done double duty. So yes, shout out to the trackers.
Yeah. That is some desync right there.
Yes, we will get these synced on up here very shortly.
Oh, and Uncle is being mentored by Bruh Inc. So two mentors with some decent tournament experience. So, oh, and we got a little raid from Baja Blood.
Thank you, Baja.
World champion Baja Blood.
Is this
Here
even
brings us
randomized?
into witness Vanilla Space Jump.
Is this even randomized?
And the A suit under the tree, I feel it looked Faria-ish, but it was too quick to tell. It looks like Reed holding on to the. Looks like they're not far back enough, maybe on the ship.
Possibly.
Maybe holding on to the B button a little too long. You really just kind of got basically a flick, you know, as short as possible on the B button. Looks like he's up there, so. And now just gotta not fall down, which, you know, sometimes you take this trick for granted. So, also, I'm watching the stream. I should be watching our stream, so I can actually give commentary on.
It's Phazon. Oh no, it's Varia. My bad.
It's Varia.
Imagine if it's Phazon at landing site. I mean, I joked earlier I would like a jet seat with Cestrion just because this head cold is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Getting better though. But yeah, that would have been fun if it was Phazon right there. Talk about a jet seat.
It would have been interesting for sure.
For sure. But Varia opens up a lot of things, but these racers are gonna have to come all the way back to landing site. So I see a little missile there for a better uncle over on boost. And a better uncle's trying to get the slope jump up there. Shout out to Reed for the Metroid Fusion suit.
Oh yeah. So in that case, we're gonna want to hold off on that Vari suit as long as possible.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah. So.
Can you tell we don't like the Varia suit colors? So a missile on grapple ledge, a missile at boost. What's on vault ledge?
Look.
Reed hits it on the
I
first
didn't.
try.
I didn't see anything.
I see another missile. Missiles galore. As a better uncle's gonna make their way over to Hive Totem.
Yeah. An interesting like early divergence. Like it's not
Ooh.
super important you'd expect, but
Yeah, Wave Buster in the Ruined Nursery. Now, if only we could get 255 missiles for a Wave Buster Flagra. Another missile. A lot of missiles here early. Makes me think we're going to get more at either the Ruined Shrine or Hive Totem. Just the way this is going right now with all these missiles. Well, it's apparently not the Ruined Shrine, because Reed has decided to leave. And the question is... Oh my goodness, it's another missile. Okay.
oh,
So...
okay.
Is it right here behind Hive Totem? That's a...
Power.
We got a Power Bomb expansion before we even have Morph Ball! This seed is great!
There's the... I mean, the good news is we know Morphville is not in Magmor. So...
Yes.
We know that for sure. So at worst it could be... I mean, really at worst it could be... I mean, Transport Tunnel B and Artifact Temple are about equally, like, okay as far as...
Root Cave access to Magmor? I wonder if it's there.
We need a lot more to get to Root Cave. Or I mean, not to get to Root Cave, but to get to the item in Root Cave. So.
Oh, I mean like the item that's underneath the bridge.
Yeah, that would be Transport Tunnel B.
Transport Tunnel B. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. The runners are synced up. Thank you, SpeedGaming volunteers. We greatly appreciate it. That would be Mikan. Thank you so much. And Smile Fires as well. So here we go. It's the warp back to start. Still can't get Varia suit. But I'm going to guess it's probably Transport... What's it? Transport Tunnel B?
Yeah. I mean, it's a coin flip. So.
Oh, we haven't checked Artifact Temple either. Duh.
And yeah, you know you're going there, so it's not like
Yep.
you're wasting any time.
Alright, Takapa. Based on all the missiles we're seeing, what do you think the craziest artifact location is going to be? I'm going to go PM.
I don't know. You mentioned missiles. It's like when I think lots of missiles, I think Tower of Light.
Could be.
So that wouldn't be super. That wouldn't be super awful. And I'm actually not even familiar with like if there's any trick settings on for this tournament.
No RAs.
No RAs. I know that. But
Yep.
I
think it's beginner tricks.
Yeah,
And
there's
beginner out of bounds.
Yeah, in the normal.
Yep.
There are no beginner out of bounds.
Oh, there's our morph. Was there the whole time.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
Was that MQA? Watery Hall access.
That's fine.
Magma pool.
Fine.
Train.
Oh, that's a little less fine. Chamber. So.
Tower of Light.
What do I say? I just will these things into existence. 4 out of those 6 in Chozo. I didn't see the 6th one. Reed is not checking them right away. Now the interesting thing is, you go back to get that morph. Okay, Reed's he's gonna check.
Here we go.
Tower.
So top right. You were right. Yeah, that rhymed. Training chamber. Watery Hall.
Yep, MQB. Okay.
MQB,
Well,
all
that's
right.
yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, magma pool. Watery Hall access. So Watery Hall and Watery Hall access.
Yeah, so that's like 4 completely free artifacts.
And
One that's
look at
okay, and
the
then
eyes.
MQB. So
Go.
good stuff. Good
Thank
stuff.
you, Cestrion.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing here is you're getting that Varia, and you haven't checked TTB yet, so you're gonna go there next. And
Yep,
then the question is, do you like go into Magmor now? Do you
I
just go
would.
into Magmor immediately, or do you head back to Chozo? A lot of people don't like to leave Chozo, or a lot of people, don't like to leave early Chozo behind when there's so much that's still available. I don't know if Reed saw anything in uh, Upper Ruin Shrine. Could have peeked that item.
Possibly, yeah. So Better Uncle is going to go to the freaking crash site first.
But on the other hand, you know that a lot of those checks are, or at least some of those checks are artifacts, like Watery Hall access. You know that's an artifact.
Yep.
That's something that's pretty easy.
Yep. Watery Hall is pretty easy.
Yeah, those. So that's at least a couple early Chozo checks that are just immediately dead. Well, I shouldn't say dead,
Expansion.
but just of no use.
No progression. No progression.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, you're not going to get anything important.
Yep. I think for me, I'd had to take the risk of heading into Magmor.
I don't know that it's a huge risk at this point, and the game is kind of leading you there. Especially since you know that of the 3, like the only other place Varia could take you at this point is Magma Pool, but you know Magma Pool and Training Chamber are both artifacts, so that only leaves Training Chamber access as a possible progression item. But even then, you'd still need Grapple first. So it's not impossible, but
sorry, just definitely... to finish my point, as I said, Magmor sneezed, and again, like. I don't like Chozo has way too many checks to sit there and say, I'm gonna hot dog and leave it till later, like, because you can get to Magmor, find something completely else that's gonna lead you further away from Chozo, maybe into Fendrana.
Yeah, I'd say the good news is, well, semi-good news is that you can just do the Magmor loop back into Chozo. Since they do have power bombs, and you can get through Lava Lake with 1 power bomb now without having to like do super farming.
Gotcha.
So that's a reasonable thing to do if you're in that position.
And it turns out to be a missile expansion.
And Reed is turning back.
Yep. So no Magmor for Reed.
Yeah.
At least right now. Now I want to go back to what you mentioned about out of bounds being not beginner tricks. I thought, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, that the root cave out of bounds is on that beginner level.
It is absolutely, well, I mean, yeah, I would say it's beginner level. It's certainly the easiest out of bounds. The issue is that it's a multi-room out of bounds, and Randomania does not currently support multi-room out of bounds at all. So there's no logic behind that. So that will never be in logic.
Got it.
Regardless. So yes, it's definitely like I'm not sure I would say it's at the beginner skill level necessarily. I don't know that I'd put any out of bounds in beginner if they were there. But it's definitely the easiest.
Yep. And a Better Uncle has made their way into Magmor. And I guess we probably should have mentioned there's no energy tanks found so far.
That is true. Gotta be careful. Do have space jump, so it's not like a huge super issue if you fall into the lava.
Yep, a missile
expansion. But you do want to be careful. And I think since this is like a tournament for mostly beginners, I would expect players to be a little more careful.
Yep.
Than I would see in like a normal tournament.
It was a Metroid.
Okay. We're just gonna, let's see.
Grapple.
That is interesting. There is the grapple.
There's the first energy tank, and 1 power bomb to get it. Good job for a Better Uncle.
Oh. And there's that. Well.
Nicely done, Reed.
That's interesting. Okay, that is screaming Fruit Cave now.
Yes. Well, there's the item we needed to get up to Root Cave. Still no plasma found, though, so a better uncle again over in Magmore. We technically ahead at this point.
Yeah.
Now, we should note that the power bombs that you see for both Reed and the better uncle is a power bomb expansion. Main PVs have not been found yet.
Yeah. It is
Go ahead,
interesting
Kappa.
because, I mean, I don't know. It's possible Reed knows how to do the Arbor Chamber out of bounds and would be able to do it if he got up there. And for all we know, Uncle could too.
Yep.
We don't really know. Obviously, this is the first week. We haven't seen a lot of these racers. We don't know what they're actually comfortable with. And okay.
Oh, at the rate we're finding missiles.
Yeah.
That Wave Buster that we saw, if they go back and get it, we could see a Wave Buster Flagra. Listen to Kappa, let me do it, Leia. It's just fun to watch. Jack, we all agree we want Wave Buster Flagra and Omega Pirate. I'm just saying. I mean, we already got to go to MQB. Why not Omega Pirate? Do. Another missile. There's Watery Hall access. And now, which of the Watery Hall items to Kappa do you think is going to be the artifact?
I'm gonna go with the poison water.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's probably going to be under there. I could also see it just because of the settings, just being charge beam. And you are correct.
It is the poison water. It's in kind of an interesting spot because it's not impossible to do that on 0E tanks.
Yep.
But if I were like someone, that's bombs. That's
bombs.
Interesting.
Nice. That opens up these checks.
Yeah. So that not going to Magmore is so far really paying off for Reed.
100%. Now, if a better uncle finds something, I think there aren't that many checks left for a better uncle.
No.
Okay, so an expansion. No spider ball to check upper dynamo.
Yeah.
Better uncle don't have an advantage.
Uncle
what is this?
Also has a problem
Oh,
of not having that, not having a power bomb. So they were breaking open the crates. Seemed like to try and find them. I don't know if those crates can drop power bombs.
I dealt this early in the game.
Most things in this game do not drop power bombs at all.
Yeah.
And the things that do have really bad rates. So sometimes it's just like you don't even know if the thing can drop power bombs because you've never seen it.
Yep. So
I think these crates can. Actually, those crates, I think they already blew up. I didn't see that.
Reed didn't get the artifact.
Yeah, if at 0E tanks, I think that's
smart.
Kind of risky. Go back and you'd have to go back and save, and then even then, if you're not comfortable with it, I don't know that I would do it right now.
On the way back, if you find something over at like Zoid or something.
Yeah. And it's not like a super out of the way artifact to route in.
No.
So.
Not like MQB.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back to Chozo anyway at some point, most likely, to get Training Chamber and Tower of Light. So hopefully by that
point, better uncle is stuck. No power bombs to get through to the Fiery Shores item.
Yeah. There is one puffer in that room that can drop power bombs sometimes.
Yeah, but a better uncle's heading back, realizing it right now.
Yeah, probably getting better luck off the crates. And of course, it takes 3 tries to get power bombs. And you get 2 when you only have 1. So that's prime drops for you.
Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. All right, Zoid time. Folks, we want to hear from you. Do you think Zoid's going to be required? Yes or no? Get your predictions over in the chat.
That's
Hello,
wow,
Spider
okay.
Ball!
All right, so this is just so far. All this means is that supers are going to be in some really awful location.
MQA!
Yeah, that would yeah, that would be pretty bad because you don't want to end up going to lower mines until you have supers. So
Nope.
that would be pretty bad.
Oh, good from Better Uncle. Finds another power bomb drop.
extremely
Nicely
lucky
done.
there.
Needed 2 to get through and does. This Fiery Shores artifact needs to be something. Well, what the artifact normally is. No! It's a missile!
Like I said, the good news is this route's cleanly back into Chozo again.
Yes.
So it's not the worst, but obviously, oh my god.
So Zoid itself not required.
Yeah.
But behind Zoid required.
That's a funny item there.
Yep. We got people saying in chat, Spider Ball means yes with Training Chamber. Might as well get this puzzle out of the way with. The Better Uncle's gonna take the save.
Yeah, and this is why I did not sign up to be a mentor, because even though I like teaching people new tricks, I don't think people would appreciate my routing, because I would just tell them to just give the finger to Dynamo at this, or not Dynamo, why can't I think of it? Furnace. No, wait,
Furnace.
is it Furnace? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Furnace.
Upper and lower furnace.
Yeah, it's been a
We
while.
know that upper furnace can be a pain in the butt, but Reed has
Yeah.
Spider Ball.
Well, he doesn't. I mean, yeah, you can get that. I was gonna say he doesn't have boost. I don't know if he's familiar with the standables to get up there, and it could be nothing. So.
Yep.
And that definitely was nothing. So.
Yep. Confirming nothing at lower furnace.
But
Capper
at least,
is most certainly not looking at any cheat sheet.
Yeah, at least you can see it. You have Spider Ball. You're already morphed.
I was gonna say, just do the track.
Yeah. That
looks like a Metroid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Double Metroid, so nothing in furnace, literally.
Yeah. And see, oh, that's plasma involved. I don't think Reed has seen that yet, but.
Ooh. And again,
like if it wasn't,
doesn't have bombs.
Like yeah, if the game wasn't, if Randomania wasn't screaming Root Cave / Arbor Chamber, it is now. Hopefully Reed checks that before he makes his way to Root Cave. Just so he doesn't end up having to do the out of bounds. Yeah, just in case anyone wanted to know, it is definitely faster to go up, not to take the tunnel. But it's very easy to just no, Reed, no, don't save warp, no.
Reed?
Don't do it, no.
Reed?
Okay,
it's a
saving.
trap!
Okay, he might be going for the artifact.
Okay.
Question mark? Let's see.
Probably.
Yep, he's going for the artifact.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he does have to check Dynamo now, too. So that might just be to check Dynamo.
Grapple for a Better Uncle. Then it's going to be X-Ray for a Better Uncle. And apparently not. Okay. I mean, a Better Uncle has to come back here for the artifact, so...
I mean, he doesn't have a power bomb, so he might have been thinking...
there.
Yeah, might have been thinking couldn't get that, but the Scarabs drop power bombs like they're filled with the things for some reason.
Right.
So like.
Well, a Better Uncle's gonna go to Watery Hollow, grab the artifact. in access and then go get their bombs. And there's a missile expansion at the top of Dynamo.
Yeah. You know, Baja, when you're right, you're right. Who am I to dispute?
Fair
Baja
Baja.
Blood.
Baja in chat says that's why they deal so much damage.
Okay, and okay, Reed is leaving.
All
Or
right, here
not?
we go.
Question mark? Yeah, you can get energy from these, but kind of a flip as to whether you're not good enough.
He's gonna try.
And yes, you're easy to take damage.
Down they go.
Yeah, since that dynamo was just a missile, it's not too costly. Or just get it first try, you know,
So,
easy peasy.
Reed has the artifact. Don't think with 40 HP you're gonna be able to get out.
But yeah, 40's enough. Your movement's good.
Nope.
Yeah, you gotta jump.
Yeah.
Gotta jump, man. Gotta maximize your time out of the acid.
Yep.
So, good news is, like I said, Dynamo upper was nothing important, and you can just try this again with full. Yeah, it's just the thing is, if he just had slightly more energy going in, he would have been fine. Without it, but he's well. Audra, what are you telling him? Okay.
So yes, the mentors for these two. Audraxis is
The-
Reed's mentor.
Like 40 is enough. Like I said, if you
Yep.
like if Reed had jumped there onto the platform, he would have survived with like 1.
1 HP.
which is as much as you need. So
Yep. So Reed doing.
So I stand
normally.
by my statement there.
Yeah, Reed doing this normally, activating everything here. Audraxis, the mentor for Reed this week, and brought Ink for abetteruncle.
Okay, I was like, did he miss one? No, he didn't. I'm just not paying attention.
Abetteruncle, plenty of energy to go get this artifact. But not comfortable enough to go get it. Gonna leave.
It's one of those things where like you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel comfortable with enough energy, and they might just be. Well, I was gonna say they were looking at the save station, but I guess
Yeah.
it's probably as a way to play.
Yep. Probably, and then you'll have Spider Ball to go finish off Dynamo, just like we saw from Reed. But Reed,
Yeah,
is gonna go hang out with Flagra.
yeah. I'm not a fan of this. I mean, I'm just not a fan of Flogger in general. Like this is definitely one where I'd be like, no, don't even bother.
Flagra's a
But like
risky
even
play.
outside of that, I think even without that, with no E-tanks, it can be pretty dangerous actually. And like there's so many more things to do. Like you know that the game has been directing you towards Root Cave, and there, yeah. See, that's like you miss one of those, and now you're down
74
quarter of
HP,
your,
and you're in
quarter of
trouble.
your energy already. And now you're just getting hit. Yeah,
Not a fan of this play.
yeah. Unironically, if I was at this point, I would just dip. Like I would just take the L. The thing is, like I said, there's so many things you can do other than this, and you have no energy, and it just takes so long. Like, yes, you have spiders, so you can do ghosts now, but you don't have supers, so that's going to take forever too. So you're dedicating a lot of time to these 2 checks.
At least it's not 100 lemons. AKA power shots.
Yeah.
So Reed's doing the Flagra fight normally again, not having any energy
Yeah,
drinks at this point, trying
and
to be doing this as cautiously as possible.
Yeah, and that's just going to end up taking even more time.
My guess is they'll do the last of Flagra's tentacles here.
Leno, I disagree that it's quick enough. Like this is taking, like this whole thing is going to take like, I don't know, how long has it already taken? I'm not good at.
Yeah, here we
This
go.
is going to take a
Reed is gonna
long,
give
like I
us
said,
a
this is going to take a
try.
long time for 2 checks.
Yep.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
but it pays off. It's
All right.
icy.
All right. Fine. See. A lot of people would look at that and say that was a good play, but that's being results oriented. It worked
It
out
is
this
being
time.
results oriented.
Yeah. I still think that was a bad play, and I'm not gonna pretend otherwise.
And yes, Reed is going to go back for
And
Choco Ghost.
But that's yeah. That's why you don't want me as a mentor.
I don't know if I would have gone for Flogger either. I've seen enough of these races where it's like, you're probably not doing Flogger unless you need to. You're probably not doing Tharnus unless you need to. And obviously Omega Pirate because it's way out the way.
Yeah. Now, it does slightly depend on whether, because the irony of getting an early ice beam is that it can sometimes actually really backfire because it opens up so much of the game that you end up going on new spaces for a lot of stuff. If Uncle doesn't head to Flagra, they're gonna get bottlenecked into Flagra pretty quickly without being able to find ice beam. So it could end up backfiring. I don't think it will in the end, but it's something to keep in mind.
Yep.
I guess you can skip cutscenes now. I still don't like it.
Skip, and this is going to be a what? I didn't see
Look,
what it was.
look, y'all can do whatever you want to make Flogger faster. I don't care. I'm never gonna consider that a good check. I'm gonna be the old man yelling at Cloud until the cows come home.
There you go.
So. Now what are you gonna do, Reed? Okay, yeah. Good call. Repping big poison water. I mean, I'd rather, like, drown in the acid than fight Flagra. Like...
Reed's about to go get
if you want me to say something based, I will say trans rights. So that's more based than what Baja said. And I'm allowed to say that because Baja is a friend of mine, so.
Reed grabbing plasma. Wave being the last beam that we need to get, which opens up the first set of doors. Oh, there's Launcher.
Alright. And Uncle is going back to get that plasma. Oh, and of course Reed is also gonna check gallery tunnel. Which is another thing that if I were a mentor, I would not do because I like orphaning checks. I like just leaving them there. So.
Another expansion? Very interesting
Wave,
from both racers so
yeah.
far. And Reed's
Wave
going to
beam and
pick up Wave Buster.
yeah, wave beam and arbor chamber would be pretty interesting. I think this is, yeah, I have no problem with grabbing wave buster. It's pretty quick.
Yep.
It's gonna make Exo, you know, a lot easier.
Bearable. So Reed just looking for Wave Beam, has Ice and Plasma.
And at this, and remember, at this point, Reed hasn't found any tech, so
No, they have not. I don't think they've saved in a while either.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like he's heading towards Magmore and not Arbor Chamber. So like,
Yep.
I don't like. There's a good chance that Arbor Chamber is fate. There's a good chance that Arbor Chamber is fate. Or might just be getting health. I don't know. No, he's continuing. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Like,
Nope.
I mean, technically you can. I mean, I guess this isn't terrible since you route directly into Root Cave through Magmore. But I would just go to Arbor Chamber first. It's right there. And you know that the game is leading you towards that, so.
Yeah, I mean, you have Plasma. Like, something's going to be in Arbor Chamber. So, anyway, we do want to give a shout out once again to our amazing trackers, Worm Traveler and Op82. And we do apologize. I've noticed this the last couple of times I've been doing things. The trackers are moving a little slow. So if you don't see an item checked, do not worry about it. We have had some issues with the buttons with the trackers. So. Anyway, go ahead, Takapa.
I was gonna say interesting because Uncle, when they went to Ruined Shrine, did not have a power bomb or bombs, so couldn't get the X-ray visor. So and they didn't go back to check it again. I think is really interesting.
Now Reed's gonna get their first crack at Magmore. Uncle's already rerouted all of these front Magmore checks. Reed has not. And we know there's nothing in terms of progression through any of these. Reed will finally find their first energy tank when they get to the tunnel, but still. So we're still in the hunt for Supers, Boost, Gravity and Face-On Suits, and Wave Beam, along with Thermal Visor. Definitely some interesting majors left here to tap up.
I mean, Supers is... They are going to end up needing Boost Ball. But there's a lot of places Boost Ball can't be. Supers can be nearly anywhere, so that is a very decent chance that ends up being the big bugaboo.
Cat really wants these racers to hurry the bleep up and go check Arbor Chamber.
Like I said, I think Reed is gonna route through Twin Fires up to Root Cave. That's question mark? Reed?
Takes a
Okay.
reset.
I'm not about that. Like maybe they realized that they could go back to Arbor Chamber.
I don't know
like,
what
I guess this is technically faster, but like, why?
I have no idea.
Like, it's not that much faster because you're gonna have to
yourself one room?
you gotta reset, save warp. It's like, I don't super hate it, but
you save yourself one room, if that.
yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Nope. But a better uncle's gonna make their way not to Root Cave, but over to Vendrana.
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense from where they're at. They don't have X-ray. Like, they have enough to
Correct.
point them in the direction of
And I
Root
missed the
Cave, but
direction.
the thing is, a lot of these players, they're not as experienced. They might not be comfortable doing that without X-ray.
Fair.
It's not like super hard, but yeah, it's fine.
Yep. And we will see these two Root
As
Cave
someone,
checks
as
now.
someone who's fallen down a gazillion times in Root Cave, I totally understand. You know, Root Cave sucks. I hate it. And sometimes, you know, the platforms, they just move. You know,
Yep.
they just move on you. You know, doesn't matter how many times you just like, oh, that platform used to be there.
Oh, there's Reed's first energy tank. There's supers!
Okay, there's supers.
I wonder if that means we have to go to tree now.
Somebody checked tree? Or did they? No, they just
Nope.
used it to get up. Okay, yeah, they did not check tree.
No one checked tree.
Yeah. I am not... Yeah, I wouldn't go to tree right away because you know already that those supers are required for an artifact. So that does not necessarily have to be that you want to go back to tree.
Nope.
I mean, again, I'm somebody who likes to orphan checks and leave them out.
Right.
And it's not super out of the way, but it's just enough out of the way that I would not want to go back to it.
It's annoying is what it is. If you're not there, to have to go back there, and it's a one-item check. I mean, just get it when you run in Tower of Light later when you find Wavebeam.
Yeah.
Unless Wavebeam is in that one location inside the tree.
The other thing is, without Wavebeam, Reed doesn't actually have that much more to check.
No.
Like, he's gonna check
Uncle, too.
the rest of Magmore. Yeah. But yeah, Reed is gonna check the rest of Magmore and check early Vendrana. And if Wavebeam's not there, then yeah, you just go back.
Wavebeam is in
and there it is.
Chosen
Okay.
Temple.
But yeah. So at this point, the only thing that could be important in tree is Phazon. Well, it could be Boost Ball. I take that back. It could be Boost Ball. We haven't found that. But that's another thing. Like, without Boost Ball, you can't get to. You can't logically get to like backup. Well, I mean, you can, but it's a little. You can get to backup labs through Thardus, so take that back. But at this point, Boost Ball's only. I don't know. It's
Boost
not
Ball
like that.
just helps the speed at this point.
Yeah, it's not that huge of a deal from a logical perspective. So. Yes, training chamber is boost locked, and then like, I mean, Magmore or not Magmore, MQB is like probably boost locked logically. Yeah. If only. Yeah. Yeah, the remaining artifacts actually reach. Is that right? What were they? Okay, Tower of Light, Training Chamber, Magma Pool, MQB, and then Watery Hull. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's quality of life, but it's, I would say, not gonna make a huge deal as far as getting it. Like, if it's in tree, like, that's not like so bad, really. It really just depends of how much of like the rest of the game they're willing to do without boost. Yeah, and yeah, I think again, I'm not 100% familiar with the tricks. I would guess that Watery Hall access is logically grab locked, but Reed has already demonstrated that he can do that without gravity, so that's not going to end up stalling him. Ice was on Flagra because Randovania had to prove me wrong. Yeah, boost ball was required for training chamber, so they are gonna have to get it eventually. Beginner slope jump.
All right, sorry about that. I am back. I see Reed's found their way into front fen.
Yeah. Let's see. And Uncle. I'm not. Yeah, it looked like they were a little confused, but they are.
Nothing major.
Say that again?
Nothing major here so far. Reed's going to come across their wave beam, which will give them all beams.
Yeah.
Question is how long does a better uncle leave Flagra for? Because you do need that ice beam.
Problem is that wave beam is gonna very decent chance of sending them into labs. A lot of people don't like to do labs without ice beam. I do, because I find it there a lot of the time. Obviously, we know that that's not going to work out if Uncle decides to do that, but yeah, it's like I was saying. Uncle has the logical checks in labs. That is true. Sorry, I forget sometimes. They don't have supers. God. Okay. They don't have any logical checks in labs. Yeah, you're right. They could at least go to courtyard. Get some energy, Uncle. Like kill things. It's okay to kill things.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, just shoot it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I would imagine at this point, probably checking courtyard. Actually, they might not check courtyard because I think, well, okay, they have spider, so that wouldn't be able to get them up there. Bait, okay, well.
Hello, Faison!
I mean, at this point, yeah.
I don't think Uncle's ever going back to Flagra at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna take them a while to get there.
Yep. I don't think.
And like I was saying when Reed found Ice Beam, this is one of those cases where finding an early beam waiver ice can really mess you up.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as having too much of the game open to you.
Alright. A better uncle. Please. 4 energy. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, there's... I don't want to dwell on it. Yeah, you can't get it from... Oh, wow, you can. Never mind. That did not look like that reachable. Okay.
Still 4 energy.
Yeah, this is extremely sketch.
Yes.
Like they can just get to the save station, but Like, the good news is I don't think they're in the path of the birds anymore. So,
You would hope not.
sorry, bats, flicker bats.
Just call them the things.
They've got wings. Everything that has wings is a bird.
It's just a thing. There's phase on for Reed.
Yeah.
Reed sees nothing they like in Canyon. Why do that?
I think he just wanted, he couldn't scan it from that distance, so he wanted to get a little bit closer. Yeah, where are these things? Jesus, man.
Baja's holding all the energy tanks in this seat at their house. Baja just wants someone to come by and say hello to him.
Don't we all?
You know. Baja's like, I have 2 energy tanks for each of you. I require a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah, just boost at this point. It's
I'm
required.
kidding. Yeah, boost is really all that's left. Boost and thermal.
Thermals not. Okay, now I have to.
It
dig
makes
into-
essence easier.
Yeah, now I have to dig into my knowledge. Yeah, thermal is not required for any of the artifacts.
No. You don't need it to get to MQB.
And you don't. Yeah, and Reed, he's not inexperienced. He knows how to do everything without. It'll help, but he's not looking for that. If Reed finds boost ball, he's in go mode.
Yep.
I would say.
I mean, I think he's kind of in go mode as it is.
Like we know he can get watery haul, so
Yeah, well, Baja, what were you saying about them scarabs?
Yep.
Holding 50 million not face on, power bomb refills?
Yep.
Well, not 50 million, but still.
River-
So Better
yeah,
Uncle
River-
is actually going to go ahead and go to Tower of Light. I like this play.
Uncle does not have supers yet, though, so that's not in play for them.
No, because they haven't routed back Root Cave yet.
And they did finally get that X-ray. They're gonna head to the tower now.
Down. The relaxing music of Front Fendrana.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, if Uncle gets supers, then that will be in logic. But they still don't have them, so. And at this point, we don't know if they're going to go back to Arbor Chamber soon or not. And yeah, Tower of Light does not require supers. Even logically.
Well, hello, Energy Tank.
Yeah, Reed is definitely going that way now. I think Reed went in and realized that without boost it wasn't logical to go that way, and it could not be comfortable with observatory dash. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless you're comfortable getting up those platforms without boost ball, kind of difficult. Because you need the boost ball to spin those things in the middle to really do stuff with. So let's see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Thardas fight.
Yeah, Reed. I believe Reed does have a power bomb still, so to delete at least one phase. It looks like they're fighting first phase normally.
Now, Capper, I got a question for you. We see racers powerbomb Thardas at the beginning.
Yeah.
Why can't you powerbomb Thardas multiple times?
The second phase, it just doesn't work. I don't know the exact reason why it doesn't work. You can powerbomb the third phase though, and that instantly deletes it. But the second phase, I don't know. Hitboxes, game's weird.
Like, you lay a ton of bombs here to damage Stardust while they roll, right? And, like, why not just, if you have 4 power bombs, just blow up 4 phases? It's kind of what I've wondered, and I've just kind of.
I mean, if it could be done, they'd be doing it. But power bombs.
And like, that's why I'm asking, because we see it for the first phase, but we never see a power bomb again. We see regular bombs to blow up Stardust while it rolls.
Yeah, I assume it's just some like hitbox nonsense.
Probably. Hello, Metroid. abetteruncle is making their way back out to the main room here.
Powerbomb will take out the first 2 rocks, and it will take out the last. I mean, technically it's 2 rocks in third phase, but yeah, it just instantly. Assuming you time it right, it instantly ends the third phase.
Right.
But Reed doesn't have a second powerbomb, so he's just gonna have to do third phase normally, which is fine. He's got plasma, so that's free. I was not paying attention to the tree. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would not go for this right now without boost ball, because the only possible check you're gonna get there is draining chamber access, and it's possible that that's something. But the only things it could be, like from Uncle's perspective, it could be supers, and it could be boost. I don't super hate it, but I would definitely leave that off until I can come back with boost. Element.
Valid seed!
What's funny about that is that Reed is likely not to go that direction until he has boost. So there's a good chance that if he's already in go mode, he skips that, which will not matter in the end, but it is kind of funny if it happens.
All that for an expansion.
Yeah.
Watch this be boost. Nope. More of those energy tanks that have been hidden.
Yeah. This is where I would feel comfortable with the E-tanks, but
Yes.
I imagine Reed is going to want at least a couple more. And still has to look for boost, so he's not wasting time looking for stuff. Or he's supposed to be really just scarabs. You know, it's not out of the question. The question for Reed though is like where to go. There's so many options, you know. Like you could technically go to lower Phazon right now. Clear that out.
So let's talk about the remaining artifacts and let's try routing this ourselves.
I mean, at this point, the only real issue is MQB. Yeah, at this point, the only real issue is MQB as far as artifacts go. If it were me, like, here's the thing. If it were me, I'd be beelining, but that's also because I'm completely comfortable doing lower mines with what I've got right now.
All right.
Like there's
So
only
you would do lower mines, which again does make sense. We've got Tower of Light for Reed,
yeah,
Watery Hall, that's 2.
yeah,
MQB is 3.
yeah. Well, there's no reason for Reed to go back to Chozo right now without boost. Like I'd say worst case scenario for Reed is that it's in like late Chozo, like Hall of the Elders or something like that. Um, but like, oh, never mind, JK. All right, GG. Yeah, that. Okay. And Uncle is doing Flogma now, so they are gonna end up with that Ice Beam.
Yep.
Really soon.
And again, that's smart.
Yeah, yeah. It is definitely not like for the faint of heart. Um, I just it's a tough call because like you don't really need anything else at this
I
point.
mean, no. Again, boost makes life easier.
Like
Thermal makes life easier.
I think if you were worried about E-tanks, yes, like if you were worried about E-tanks, I think you could route in Chozo now. And then just hope you find an E on the way there because that's a lot safer.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Boost!
I don't think that's like the worst idea in the world.
Nope.
But like upper mines is not much better than lower mines. In fact, I'd almost argue that it's worse in some ways, as far as E goes. I think I think also lack of power bombs is another concern.
Yeah, and again, I keep forgetting because it's checked off. We have not found main power bombs yet.
Yeah. Excuse me. I think what you do here is check boombox, and then go to lower mines. Like it's not like from lower mines, or like from vent shaft to, or I should say from elite control to, oh, the place, central dynamo, is not that bad. Reed can kill, like the drone's not a problem. Reed's got X-ray and supers, so that'll kill the drone pretty quickly. Like he's got plasma, so he can take out pirates easily. So he does fall down, so got to be a little bit careful about that turret. Yeah, it could be vanilla main power bombs. Yeah, I would just do a quick tour to boombox just to see if there's an E there, and then I would start heading to lower mines. Yeah, the good thing is that pirate goes down pretty quickly without having to dance around it. Good power, like lucky power bomb job. And Reed is. Did he see something? I thought that looked like a missile in PCA. not PCA, PPC. God, it's been a while. Oh, that is an E-tank. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it, so yeah, that's definitely a good play. The only thing is now there's going to be shadow pirates in this room, which is kind of annoying. But then again, you don't have to scan the thing anymore, so yeah, yeah. As you can see, this is what I was talking about. They box you in. Like he's already down an E.5. I don't think it's gonna end up being a big deal, but like, it can be pretty dangerous.
All right, folks, I'm back. The Kappa. So, I can give you a quick funny story. I picked up my license plate. Someone picked up my car, and the company accidentally didn't take the license plates off my car. So they just dropped them back off. And it was not even at my house. Long story I really don't feel like getting into. But in the meantime, Reed is just hanging out in the puff of smoke.
I did not get a good look at what was in vent shaft. I'm not sure if Reed was farming PBs there. You can get them sometimes, but not good odds. Much like if you need PBs, then you're gonna get them in Central Dynamo. So
Right. They're guaranteed drops in Central Dynamo.
oh, and there's another E.
Well, we're finding all the energy tanks now.
Yeah, and yeah, you gotta get that to open up the save room. So just gotta be a little bit careful.
Yep. Let's see how annoying this is. Some mazes are good, some are really annoying.
Yeah, already picking the wrong direction, so off to a good start.
Way to go, Reed.
This is looking bad.
Go, Reed.
Yeah, this looks really bad.
They can't be nice, no. What are they, like, almost 100 different mazes that can be randomly generated?
I don't know the numbers, but it's a lot. And
oh my, this maze is terrible.
Yeah, that was crap.
That was a, yeah. 300 different combinations.
That was Garbo.
Drake says 300 different combinations.
Yeah.
And that's the one they get. Alright. Have we found main power bombs yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So it looks like a better uncle is heading to... Wait, Chozo, gonna go to Crossway.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, and this is... I mean, this is just unfortunate. We know that this is dead. So.
Yep. So what is... So the artifacts that a better uncle are missing are what? MQB and what?
Training chamber. So.
Got it. So Reed is routing the furthest one out of the way with first. And that's fair.
Well, I mean, like we said, Reed is in go mode, and the rest of them are in Chozo, so this is just going to be an easy route. Just going to stay warp from MQB.
Reed looking for the right trigger. There it is.
I just assumed you wanted to read the lore. You know,
I mean, it's definitely interesting.
it is. Yeah. I mean, it's Metroid Prime. You know, it's one of the things that it's remembered for is the lore. So. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's probably the truth. And I would assume at this point that Ree is in the vision of I'm gonna check for E-tanks and I'm gonna take them if I get them, but can't imagine he's gonna go out of his way. That looked like an E-tank. Okay, he's not going for that one. I think that's probably fine because that takes two, like, unless you know the slope jump, that takes 2 power bombs to get through, and you still need more to get through this area. So if Reed thinks like he's comfortable with this amount of E-tanks, then it's not worth wasting 2 power bombs. I mean, it also could have been nothing. You don't get as good of a view on the stream. So.
I think there is a speedrunning category, correct me if I'm wrong, that is 100% scans.
Oh yeah, absolutely, there is.
That's gonna be long and annoying.
It's not. I mean, it can't be that much worse than like 100% at all, because you're just pretty much going to the same places.
Well, 100% scans. That means you have to make sure you scan everything on the frigate before it falls.
There's only one scan on the frigate that matters.
Oh, see, I thought 100% scans was scanning every little thing.
If I saw a category called 100% scans, I would assume it meant like you getting the like 100%, like the full logbook, and not literally 100% of scans.
See, like, that's what I thought was literally 100%.
Yeah, there's another. Yeah, there's another free tank. So.
Free tank.
Yeah, there's no way to track that, unfortunately. Well, maybe not, unfortunately.
100% logbook scans. That's it. Yeah. Okay. PMT was nothing more than a missile expansion.
Oh yeah. Parasite Queen, but like that's not. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You can miss Parasite Queen too. So. Yeah, this slope jump that.
Years ago, I went through and I wanted to scan every single little thing. Boy, apparently was I doing it wrong to actually have a full logbook.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all the scans are just so long. Every little thing. Every single enemy.
Yeah, I remember years before I joined the Randomizer community, I was trying to do 100% scans, and I checked at the end and I had almost everything. And you know what I missed?
What?
Flagra tentacles.
No.
Yep.
Damn.
Because I guess Retro was just like that, so.
Damn.
I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna try 100% scans again. I love this game, but I was like, after that, I was like, you know what? I'm good.
It's an interesting category. So here we go. I believe this is MQB, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure. I have no idea where a better uncle is going.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't think any of these animals are like tall enough. Maybe with a good art jump, but at this point I would just do the regular. And that was close. I feel like maybe a double L jump too. You need.
Listen, that climb up to that door is definitely not a beginner trick. That's tough sometimes for experienced runners.
Yeah.
And Reed's gonna do this normally for the spider ball track. Can't blame him whatsoever.
If I was using a guidebook, it wouldn't be fun.
I'm sorry, 100% scared. Nothing
really,
about it sounds fun.
I really felt that half-second pause that Reed took when he landed on the ground. I really felt that in my bones.
No, he fell again.
Look, it happens, you know. It happens. We've all fallen down. That's how the song goes. We all fall down.
Yep. And there's the artifact. Now it's basically just a save warp at this point, all the way back and clean up all the rest of the items, or the artifacts rather. So the only thing Reed won't be able to do is thermal phase essence. Or prime essence. And a better uncle finally finds their supers.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is unfortunate. That's just too little, too late.
To cap it, look at the comment on the Bajas.
Oh yeah, I saw.
I see a similar last name.
Yep. We do indeed have the story to Mr. Megan Whaley in the race with us right now, so.
I mean, I'm just saying.
No, that's no, you're right. I can verify that is correct.
Can be Reed's better half. Can be admirer. Maybe it's Reed's #1 fan for Prime this.
I would hope that Megan Whaley is all of those things.
I mean, clearly.
I would hope that she is all of those things. Because if not, I would have some questions. I guess maybe.
The immediate question is, how much did a better uncle pay Megan?
I guess maybe his #1 fan would be his. I guess maybe his #1 fan could be his mother.
Of course.
But
I mean, the immediate question is how much did Megan get paid off for this race to root against Reed? Definitely #1 fan.
All right, good confirmation.
Good call.
Yeah.
This is also a friendly reminder. !R in the chat. You can follow both of these amazing runners. !C to follow the commentary and tracking teams.
Yeah. And Reed quite reasonably deciding at this point, just gonna do it the normal way.
Yep.
I think that's fair. It's not super slow.
Matter of fact, speaking of streaming, I just did that before we went live here. Streamed for about a half hour, 45 minutes.
Definitely
basically
misheard.
with a tirade of going off on how the Patriots offseason has been terrible and how I would immediately fix the team. Not that I'm a Patriots fan or anything.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell by the Bostonian accent?
No, I was flummoxed. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Belichick?
I'm surprised he doesn't have a head coaching job.
I'm not that surprised. I mean, I'm surprised in the sense that he doesn't have the Patriots head coaching job.
I'm not surprised at it either. I was the one that was calling for him to be removed earlier in the season. People also thought I was nuts when I said Stroud is better than Young, but
Yeah, I'd like to have that opinion.
again, of course, I said, you know, at this point in their careers when they were coming out of college. So,
Yeah.
but right now, Reed playing cleanup. A better uncle is playing bouncy ball with a couple of the Triclopses.
Yeah.
You can't pet the Triclopses while in Morph Ball mode. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Baja may or may not have a Triclops plushie. I'm just saying. Baja, can you confirm?
You know what? I don't want to try Club's plushie. You know what? I'll put out that. Reed does in fact give the flamethrower, so gonna be no bonus point for Uncle.
I'm kidding, Baja. And how cool would that be to have some plushies of like some of the cuter animals in these Metroid games? Then the question is how long would it take before a Ridley plushie gets made?
I am 100% certain that someone on Earth has a Ridley plushie.
Item says football is my least favorite Morph upgrade. Yes, that would be terrible.
See, now you're just giving Toaster ideas. See, now you're just giving Toaster ideas. He's gonna make a American football. He's gonna make it into American football shape, and it's gonna have the wonkiest hitbox. And you're gonna regret you ever said anything. It just takes you and pushes you out the door.
Can I get one of those too to get me out of bed in the morning for work a lot easier? No, I can't.
You just need a to get like a Triclops like costume and put that on your dog.
There you go. Next Halloween, Triclops. Yeah. I think this is the most the Triclopses have ever been given on any of, like, any airtime. You gotta have a little bit of fun here.
Yeah.
10:30 at night, work week coming up.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking to myself as Uncle found that boost bowl, like, they're actually not in the worst position, and then I remembered they still had to go back and get Training Chamber.
Yeah.
So yeah, never mind.
Fortunate.
They were still behind anyway, but
yes.
Yeah. Hey, look, if it weren't for that, they wouldn't be like that far behind.
Reed has a very comfortable lead right now.
Yeah.
And a Watery Hall is going to be the final artifact gotten. I'm curious where Gravity Suit is. And there it is. Reed is off to the Artifact Temple to fight Meta Ridley.
Except in... What was that in reference to? I can't. By the way, I can't remember anything I've said after about 5 seconds. So.
Like when I said, is this even randomized?
I was thinking earlier. This ended up being pretty like jet.
For the most part, yeah.
Like for having to,
Cestrion,
like
thank you for watching.
yeah, for having to go to MQB, like pretty jet.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah, like saying some of the things, like when I say, is this even randomized? I just remember Oats and Goats' stream. Like, that's pretty much it. Make sure I give that stream the shout out when I say that. But other than that, you know, I gotta say, both of these racers have had really good showings here for the first week of this tournament.
yeah, honestly, like yeah,
Really good showings.
yeah.
If a better uncle skips Magmore early, these two are neck and neck.
Yeah, I mean they skipped Flogger anyway when they had the chance. Like that
Right.
really, I think, ended up.
They ended up routing it back in though, so.
Yeah.
Hello, Riddlers.
And honestly, it wasn't even that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. It wasn't even that bad. The issue was just like the boost ball ended up being in not a good location for them.
No, not at all.
Honestly, what really hurt was not having that power bomb in Ruin Shrine at the start.
Yep.
And not being able to get X-ray, which would have led them to Arbor Chamber, and
Supers a lot earlier.
Getting a lot earlier.
And a better uncle, unfortunately, is heading back the way they came to start this seed and realizing it. Gotta be careful, only 142 energy left. Alright, Ridley. And we have our first dash. And another dash. Oh, this isn't gonna be another bad Ridley RNG, is it?
I feel yeah. See, now I'm feeling like I should have joined as a mentee just so that someone could teach me how to do snipes properly. Something I never learned.
Yeah, like this is. Last week I was commentating one of the racers unfortunately got one of the worst patterns that a lot of I've ever seen. It was absolutely brutal.
I think the worst I've ever gotten is like 15 straight dashes.
That's still brutal.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good fight overall.
A little annoying at the beginning, but Reed was able to capitalize here at the end. Heading into the impact crater. I think I'd be very surprised if any of these mentees knew Exoskip.
It's, as far as I'm aware, Cosmonaut is not a mentor. I could be wrong about that.
And we know Cosmo can do it. Trying to think who else can do it. There were
Cosmo
a few
can do it,
mentors
Sam
that know
can
how
do
to
it.
do it. Sam can do it. Can you do it?
I legitimately almost said a word I'm not allowed to say on SG.
Okay.
So I will say instead say heck no.
Ah, got it.
Heck no. No.
So Cosmo's not a mentor for this tournament.
Yeah, Cosmo, Sam.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Miguel? Question mark. I mean, Miguel probably knows how to do it, but
there are a few that do it. Jay might know how to do it.
Eagle Wrath probably.
Yeah.
I don't know who knows out of the mentors. How to do it.
Like that's just a very tough skip in and of itself.
Yeah.
So. Oh no, Reed!
Yeah, yeah, that's just unfortunate.
These Fission Metroids are annoying.
Yeah, if Reggie said, yeah, Reggie being know how to do it and not liking doing it is 100%. I would buy that.
Got it. Excuse me.
And yeah,
And Reed, luckily, is able to escape.
just at that point, just drop the power bomb. Like worst case scenario, you're one less power bomb for essence, but you're in decent shape.
Yep.
So
And you probably will get a power bomb drop or two from the pillars from the Prime Essence fight anyway.
yeah.
All right. Well, Reed is here, and is now almost to Prime Exo. And there we go. Reed looks like that he is going to run away with this. But again, a really great showing here from both of these racers for their starting weeks.
Yeah.
A really great showing.
You know what? You know what we need to do. You know what we need to do for one of the 5th week weeklies. Just start with everything. Or start with everything except like ice and wave, and then just see who can do exo skip the fastest.
That's an interesting preset.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. One of the weeks in the previous tournament was, yeah, favorable towards exo skip. I can't remember the exact details. But even then, I don't think most people actually ended up doing it. Even the ones that knew how. Yeah. I mean, technically you can agree to not do it. It's not that they can't agree, it's that the TOs can't enforce it. So it's only an agreement to not get publicly shamed.
Solid essence here. Solid exo here.
Yeah. Reed, this scene was so fast. ended up not getting a whole lot of missiles.
Considering how many we found.
So yeah, he was using ice. He used a couple ice spreader shots. So yeah,
Oh.
it looks like he's favorite ice spreader. And that makes sense. Wavebuster can be a little missile hungry, so not necessarily something you want to use when. Or I shouldn't say Wavebuster is missile hungry as much as it doesn't do that much damage. So it still takes a while to get rid of wave. Get rid of Essence when she's in wave form.
For sure.